Hi and welcome to P226Net's new entirely Hi-Point based channel. We are going to be focusing only on the Hi-Point, not comparing it to any other guns and saying it is the best gun in the world. Because, well, that's just the way I roll now. Forget about SIGs. Who cares about SIGs? Okay, in case you hadn't guessed, I'm joking. This is the review for the Hi-Point C9. I have a lot to say about this pistol, and most of it's not good. Okay, from someone who's fairly into firearms, this is just weird. Okay, first off, if you think, well, how bad could it be? It's not that different from other pistols. It's very different. The recoil characteristics are shot to hell on this gun. So let me move you guys a bit. I'm getting anal. The recoil characteristics are shot to hell on this gun. The frame is plastic, not polymer, but plastic, like it's a child's toy, as are the grips. Let's see, what else? The slide is made out of what I could affectionately call pot metal. I actually think it might be zinc. The trigger feels like some sort of, I'm trying not to use the word cap gun, but it's not really like a cap gun. It's more like those little pistols that shoot laser beams like you had when you were a kid. They make all sorts of woo noises. It feels like one of those. It is just oh so special. The only good thing about this handgun, actually there's two things that are good about this handgun. It has a fixed barrel, which means if you can shoot it good, it's really accurate. But with the funky trigger and the really heavy slide and jacked up recoil characteristics, that's not likely. You could train with it and get a little bit better, but I had trouble connecting at 25 yards with this on a human-sized target when I first shot it, and after several more weeks of shooting it, I can sort of connect on that sort of size target. The trigger is just funky. It is funky compared to everything I've ever shot. If you had never shot guns before, you might do better with it. But the other thing that's great about it is the price. I got this for $100 used, which, you know, any handgun for $100 is a pretty good buy in my opinion. But I would kind of classify this in the same category I would put the PF9, any 380, any other small gun into, because it has about the same accuracy as something like this. I can shoot this gun more accurately than I can that, which for the size, you should be able to shoot the Hi-Point way better than a 380. Let's see what else. Things I did like about it. Besides cost and the fact it had a fixed barrel, which the fixed barrel is actually good and bad. Basically, the reason it shoots funky is because it's a blowback 9mm, and not a very good one at that. I did like the sights. Get around the tripod. The sights are actually very nice. Cheap, but nice. They're a lot better than what other guns, even outside its price range, come with. If you go outside its price range, of course you can get better sights. That's kind of a given. Overall, though, I would say, yeah, if you gave me the $200 it would take to buy one of these new, I would probably buy a pump shotgun. instead. Or maybe a Makarov if I could find one for that price, or an SKS. Any of those 3 firearms, you will be much, much better protected than with this. Like I said, basically it shoots like a belly gun for me. If you really, really trained with it, you might get better with it. I doubt that. The other thing is, if you started out with this as your first gun, and just trained with it and trained with it and trained with it, never shot any other guns, that would probably be the best case scenario for accuracy with this. Because you wouldn't be used to all the comforts of nice triggers and normal recoil. Wow, lightning just hit like 5 feet from my house, I think. God is criticizing me for criticizing Hi-Point. And that's a joke, just in case you don't know. It is very hard for me to criticize this pistol, mainly because of the price. You can't beat it at its price point. Your only other gun you can get for $100 is a Nagant revolver. Or a really, really crappy 9mm, or maybe a Jennings, or Jimenez, I think is how you pronounce it. And none of those I just mentioned are anything but like 22s and maybe 32s. Except for the other crappy 9mm. There's a whole bunch of like little cheapo 9mm from the 80s that are just no-name brands. People that tried to jump on the bandwagon. But actually I would say the reason I would pick this over any of those, except for the Nagant revolver, is the fact this gun is reliable. Say what you will about the Hi-Point, but it does shoot every time. I never had a malfunction with it. The Nagant revolver is the same way. It's very reliable. Every other gun, though, that's in that price range, the $100, $150, is not reliable. Okay? The next cheap gun that is reliable is probably the Makarov, or some of the Stars, Astras, things like that. Those are reliable. In short, I do not recommend this handgun. If you can afford anything else, buy it. And honestly, if you could only afford this, I think a Mosin Nagant would serve you a lot better than this would. So you can quickly reload a Mosin Nagant. It's also very reliable, very hard hitting. It is a rifle, but you know, you aren't going to be concealed carrying this anyway. I wouldn't even recommend this as a truck gun. Okay. I'm not even giving this a full review. This is just kind of my thoughts on it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and don't buy this gun. Don't forget to thumbs up the video.